Let's see if it'll actually start. Hello. Welcome to Tips, Tricks, and Tools. I hope you guys have really been enjoying these. I've actually been enjoying getting on and giving you just little things here and there. So today I wanted to talk about cleaning. So specifically wound care cleaning. As many of you, if you follow me on Facebook or Instagram, I'm sure you saw I sliced my finger open taking care of our elk meat. Now, I should have probably immediately gone to the clinic to get it stitched up. That's what the doctor told me. Whenever I saw him the next day, he was like, "Oh, I would have put a couple stitches in that." But all that was on my mind, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate to this, all that was on my mind was, I just need to get this elk meat processed so we are done. So this is the way it went, is I came in, we bandaged it up, got it so that it was completely sealed off, obviously cleaned it, and then I went right back out to go finish, keeping it covered and all of that. So I finished up, then I re-uncovered it and cleaned it again, pulled out my steri strips, and then did my Monday meetup, which happened to be on the oils of the Nativity. And it was pretty cool reading about some of these oils from ancient biblical times. If you want the recording for that, I would highly suggest you ask for it and I will send it to you. But we talked about a couple oils, two in particular, myrrh and cistus. Okay, or cistus is sometimes called the rose of Sharon. So the rose of Sharon is actually a plant that has the leaves get stuck to like the sheep. Okay, so this is kind of the history behind it. The leaves would get stuck to the sheep wool, and the shepherd would be able to pull those leaves off. Well, ironically enough, you could take those leaves and the shepherd would use them to treat any scrapes or scratches that were on his sheep. And so Rose of Sharon, that is the history behind that. Cistus, the history behind cistus. Okay. Myrrh has commonly been used for wound care in the ancient, okay, Middle East. It's just like, that's just what they used. Kind of like frankincense. It was just what they used. They didn't go run to the store and get themselves hydrogen peroxide. They had frankincense, they had myrrh, they had other plant medicinals that they used. So I was like, after our Monday meetup, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to try this. I'm just going to put these on it. So I went ahead and over my steri strips, I put a drop of myrrh and a drop of cistus. And, my finger was obviously in pain. Okay. It wasn't like excruciating, but it was in pain. And after I put those oils on it, it kind of blew my mind because it decreased the pain level. Like I could tell, okay, if I move it the wrong way, yes, it's going to hurt. But it wasn't to the point where it's like I could easily handle it at that point. Like I almost didn't even notice that I had cut my finger, which is just crazy to me. So, something you might want to try. The other thing, now here is a warning. Okay. So I was at the medical center and they looked at my finger and, the doctor said, yes, I would have put stitches in it. And so then they were going to clean it for me. And they got their little sterile basins and the nurse put some sterile saline in it. Everything was perfectly fine. Well, then she pulls out this bottle of pink stuff and it's a cleansing agent. And I'm looking at it and she's like pouring it in. And I'm like, why is it pink? Like I asked her that, why is it pink? She was like, well, I don't know. I was like, so she turns it over. She looks at the ingredients and the first ingredient listed was fragrance. Then at the very bottom, one of the last ingredients listed was red 40. And it just made me pause and go, even in other locations, you need to be paying attention. I'm allergic to fragrance. I know a lot of people have reactions to red 40. So this is just warning to be careful and maybe to ask, like, why is a cleansing agent pink? Okay. So those are my two things that I wanted to throw out to you guys, is that don't be afraid to try something that maybe you have never tried before, and make sure you pay attention when you are in other places to maybe what they're trying to clean your wounds with. Our clinic was great. She like looked at it. I'm like, I'm allergic to fragrance. She was like, oh, let's not use this then. So it was all worked out wonderful. But I just wanted to make that aware to you guys. And then next Wednesday, I think I'm going to talk about another cleaning agent, which is my Thieves Household Cleaner. I've put together a reel on that over on my Instagram and Facebook page. So you can go check that out and that'll give you more information on it. So I hope you guys have a wonderful afternoon and we will talk to you later.